here. Alex, kicking things off with you. First, let's talk about Omarova and that hearing yesterday. We know what preceded that hearing, all of the video that was out about her in terms of her thoughts on communism and her thoughts on making the banking system smaller. What was your reaction to the hearing?
Well, Maria, look, yesterday her advisors told her to sing the song, "I Love Community Banks," and that's what she did to the committee. And I don't have a problem with her journey. My problem is her writings. We're not talking about a high school thesis or a college thesis. This is something she wrote a month ago in the People's Ledger article at Cornell University, calling for the Federal Reserve Bank to have the bank accounts of every American. Now, what would that do, Maria, to your viewers who are investors in banks, community, regional, and our larger banks? In effect, that would kill our community banks, because for our community banks and many of our regional banks, their source of funding is the deposits that we put in the bank. Opening up and moving and transferring those accounts to the Federal Reserve Bank, as she has advocated in her most recent article a month ago, Maria, would just kill community banks. So she could say everything she wants to, but her current words are not consistent with what she has written in her papers. Now, she's saying it's research and this and that, but the bottom line is, look, this country needs community banks. Community banks give 50% of small business loans less than $1 million. And in our entrepreneurial society, Maria, community banks play a vital role. So her other positions, Maria, on having the government have people on boards of directors in corporations, and corporations having a government purpose, what does that mean? To the government that's in power in our country? That's something you see in the old Soviet bloc countries. So, look, her background, I don't have a problem, Maria, but her writings, I do. They're not consistent with what she represented yesterday, Maria.
Yeah, I mean, look, she grew up in the Soviet Union. We know that. But the writings and the opinions about wanting American companies to go bankrupt, or what she said about what she'd like to do to bank accounts. She wants to federalize everyone's bank account so that we don't have our own private bank accounts, but we are getting our money from the Federal Reserve. I mean, what is her plan in terms of the Federal Reserve nationalizing private bank accounts?
Right. I mean, that is absurd. I think just like the Biden administration IRS data reporting proposal that they're still pursuing, Maria, as you know, that every American would be outraged by that. So, Dr. Omarova, I hear you. Nice that you said you love community banks, but your actions would kill community banks. And Maria, let me just add this. In the last 11 years, we've had 46 community banks in our nation started. They're disappearing. And the policies of the Biden administration, if approved, would definitely be the nail in the coffin. So we need community banks. And I get when our bigger banks in Glasgow agreed to the green deals in the summit in Scotland. I get that. But in those meetings, there were no community banks in Europe. They don't have that.
Yeah. Look, I think it's pretty clear that the hearing reinforced many people's view that she is not going to have the 50 votes needed to move past not even the banking committee, never mind the entire Senate. But let me ask you about this spending bill that is being debated right now in the House. Democrats are hoping to vote on their tax and spending plan literally this morning after Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy spent over 8 hours slamming the bill, making it the longest floor speech in history. The Congressional Budget Office is estimating the package will add $367 billion to the deficit over 10 years. Alex, what are your thoughts on the impact of this massive runaway spending?
Well, Maria, look, all your viewers look at their 401k accounts every morning when they wake up to see how they're doing, how their futures are doing. One of the things that concerns me, and I've done a lot of writing on this, is our national debt. And here I will be critical of both parties, Maria. Look, just 21 years ago, our national debt stood at $5 trillion, which seems like chump change today. So the Biden administration obviously is taking spending to a whole new level. We're going to be at $35 trillion trillion here by the spring of next year. I mean, when is it enough? When are we going to start caring about this? Because we're going to wake up one morning, Maria, and the water is going to be up to our kneecaps in this national debt. You know who our number 2 buyer of our treasuries are? China. And soon they might be number 1. So that's not a position we want to be in. It will weaken our great nation, Maria.
So speaking of China, Alex, you and I have discussed China is giving these honeypots to these large companies to operate their own banks or asset management companies, 100% ownership by the American partner in China. What do you think that is going to mean for China wanting a foothold in the United States? We've discussed how the Chinese are going to pressure the Securities and Exchange Commission to lobby owning banks in the United States, right? Tell me where you see that story going and where we are with regard to China wanting in on ownership in the U.S.
Maria, it's very, very, very disturbing, this story. Reuters did a story on this recently, how China is pressuring U.S. companies that are in China to lobby on their behalf against any congressional laws that are anti-China. I mean, this is very disturbing. And they're saying to these corporations, hey, you better play ball with me if you want to stay here in our market. So what is China's end game is your question, an excellent question, Maria. And I think eventually they're going to petition the Fed and say, look, you got to allow me in your markets because I've allowed certain companies and certain industries in our markets. And I think that's their end game.
Wow.
But it's very disturbing that they're using U.S. corporations, according to Reuters, to lobby on their behalf to enter our market. This is just unbelievable.
Really important story, and we'll keep following it. Real quick on the Federal Reserve chairmanship position, we're waiting to see whether Joe Biden will reappoint Jay Powell or replace him with Federal Reserve Governor Lael Brainard. Lael Brainard is the pick of the progressives, including Elizabeth Warren. My sources have told me he is seriously considering not reappointing Powell and putting Brainard in there. What's the impact?
Well, Maria, look, bottom line is this. Governor Brainard, if she's selected, I'm not liking, again, for the future of our community banks, she is calling for our banks to be the climate police, to enforce the carbon emissions and carbon's footprint of all our customers. That is not the role of our bankers. And especially our community and regional banks do not have the resources for that. Your viewers who invest in community and regional banks, it's a great investment. Maria, we have the strongest, best capitalized, most diverse banking system in the world. But that is not the job of bankers to check the carbon footprint of our customers.
Yeah, well, you're right. That's certainly on her priority list, though. Alex, it's good to see you.